Hey everybody, Patty Ann here again today. I have two questions from people that I printed out. Remember, I love it when you guys give me questions because it gives me something to do for you, and I love having a challenge. So anyway, the first one was from Amy, and the second one is from Nancy. So let's go to Embrilliance, and I'll try to answer these to the best of my ability right now. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to answer Nancy's, and she wanted to know this. She said, I do have a question for you that I can't figure out. When I have a design open and it's not centered, I go up to the compass rose and open it and then hit H, but nothing happens. The design does not move. Any suggestions? Okay, what the compass rose H is for is to center the hoop and make it so you can see the whole hoop. For example, let's look at this right here, and let's say I scroll way in, okay, and I want to see the whole hoop again, all of the hoop. I can come up here to the compass rose and say hoop, and there it is again. So a lot of times I am scrolled way in and I do stuff, and I forget about that, and I do other things to get there. So all you have to do is hit that letter H to get back. Okay, as far as the compass rose though goes, I do want to show you that, let's go to another page. Okay, how about this one? This is one that I'm going to do in the next question. Let's say that I want to scroll into this white flower right here that's selected right here, right? And rather than trying real hard to work at it, I can come to the compass rose and click on the S for selection, and look at that. That pops me right into that selection of that flower. If I want to go back to the whole hoop, come to the compass rose and click on hoop. If I want to see, well, let's scroll back in again to the selection. So I'll select something else. Let's see, we'll select this purpley guy. I want to scroll into that selection. Look at that. Let's say I want to see everything again. So I can see all, but notice when I click on all, I'm not necessarily seeing the whole hoop. If I want to see the whole hoop, I got to click on hoop and then hoop. And I see what I keep doing. I keep clicking right here rather than there where I want to. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's see. The other thing is, if you want to see the compass rose and you'd like it to stay open for a bit because you know you're going to use it quite a bit for things, because you can use this little, grab him with your mouse, this little crosshair, and move it to whatever you want to zoom to, like that, okay? But let's imagine you want to keep the compass rose open and it keeps closing. You can click on this little push pin here and it makes it stay open. It's locked to open. And if I want to get rid of it, then I can click on that same push pin and it goes away. So I hope this helps. The thing is, you wanted to have this, you wanted to click on this selection, come up here and have it centered in the hoop. That's not the button you use. That's the one that shows you the hoop. The button that you would use is this one. You would come up here to the select mode, select objects, so that you're not in create mode if you were. Then you're going to come over here to this little one that says center designs in hoop. Click on that and there you go, centered in the hoop. So I hope that helps, Nancy. And now the next one will be for Amy. And Amy said, you know, Patty Ann, I'm trying to do this. I have Stitch Artist Level 2. I'm trying to figure out if I need Stitch Artist Level 3 to do this. Well, no, Amy, you don't need Stitch Artist Level 3 necessarily, but it would be really nice if you had Enthusiast, and I'll show you why. So what she says is she wants to design a split monogram, but she's having trouble splitting the design. I can split one object like a star or a heart, but I can't seem to split across multiple objects in a design. So let's see. If I go a new page, open, and I'll just open something here. Now notice I can't really see these very well. I do have thumbnailers, so if I click on this, I can say view large icons. And since I have thumbnailer now, I can see large icons of these. And let's just choose one for me to switch, cut apart. Let's just do this first one here, open. Okay, here's a design, and I'm gonna cut it apart. Let's make it so it'll fit to hoop. Now if I want this to fit to the hoop perfectly, all I have to do is come up to this button and say fit to hoop. And there, it's perfect. All right, now let's imagine I want to cut this in half and put best mom in here. So how you can do that is you're going to come up here, and this is why you need Enthusiast, because you're going to use this tool to edit the stitches. Click on that, and that grabbed all of them. I don't want all of them. Let's just imagine that I want to get a rectangular selection by clicking right here, and I'm going to grab this and just go down wherever I think I want to go. So notice that it clicked or selected half of those things. Then I'm going to come up here, and it says split the stitches into a new design or split the stitches into a separate design. That's the one I wanted to do. So I'm going to come up here again to the select tool, and if I select this, look at that, I could cut it right apart, and then right in here I could write best mama. So I'll come over, I clicked, I got the ABCs. I'm going to type in best, oops, ESTMAMA, and hit enter. I don't necessarily want that font, so I could change the font to something else that would be prettier. It's a little large. Let's see, that's 1/2 inch. Is there anything smaller? 1/4 inch. There we go. A little smaller. That might, yeah, perfect. So I can put this in here, and I can still resize it. You know, it won't let you resize it too much. And then if I want to, I can move these letters, and hopefully you know how to move the letters. If I want to leave the E where it is, but I want to move the S and the T, if I click on the S, and then I grab the bottommost part of these 3 little squares or triangles here, move that over, and it moves everything after the S. Okay, so that looks pretty good. How about this? I want to come over here. I'm going to move mama, all those letters after the A with the A, like that. And I guess I'll do the same with this. And I'll also just move this one, so all I need to do is click on the little square, because that's all that's left. So I could have it say best mama, and I could actually click these, and maybe I'd want to change their color. Click on that. If I want to get something that's already in the palette, I can easily do that, like so. And let's go up here and fit the hoop there. So that's how we could do it one way. Stretch this out if you want to, so it goes almost from side to side. It's really cute. So that's one way that you can do the split. You had mentioned, Amy, that you wanted something like the letter that I had shown. If you go to the create letters, and I'll just type in the R like you had seen earlier. I'll make it a lot bigger. And I'm going to make it a design by Juju Flower. It was the, make it the monogram, the flower monogram. There you go, pretty, pretty. Now you would think maybe can she use the stitch simulator to break this apart? Well, not really, because when I try doing the stitch simulator, see that? I'd have to do a lot of work. So instead of that, I'm going to go back to, what is it, Enthusiast, and I'm going to go right here to the use this tool to edit stitches, and use the rectangle and do this. I can go ahead and just say this, and then I have 2 things over here, 2 objects. So I can grab this top one like that, and the bottom one here, and maybe I want to write the name Rose in here. So I come back up here. Whoopsie, sure don't want that. Let's see, letters. I'm going to make this say Rose. Hit enter. I don't want it as that anymore. I'm going to make it something else. All right, and now of course I can make it larger. Okay, and I did want to show you one other really important thing, Amy, and it's this. Let's say we take this part of it. I'm going to right click and copy. I'll open up a new page, right click and paste, and let's see. I'll make this hoop be I'll make it the 5x7, okay? So there it is right there. And what I'm going to show you is how do you know which one of those buttons on the upper left to click? So let's scroll in, bring us down. All right. So let's say this is a total finished object and you want to cut this in half. Again, you would come up here to use this tool to edit stitches. You could come over here to the rectangle or whatever, and let's say I'm cutting this rectangle right here. Now this is really important. I'll show you why. Right now, if you click this button, cut stitches and separate into new design, that's going to be beautiful for you for what your purposes are. Watch. So this is cut and I can move it apart and it's got nice finished edges here. Okay, very nice finished edges in these designs. If, on the other hand, I cut it the same way. Let's see, use this tool to edit the stitches, use the same rectangle, choose this, but this time I do this one that says split the stitches into a new design. Watch what happens this time. OMG. You don't want your stitches to look like this, because watch what happens when you run the stitch simulator on them. Okay, that's just a mess over there. And imagine you were putting the monogram letters right here somehow. And then here's another mess coming up right there. As opposed to, as I said, if we do it this way. So again, here, come over to the left to get the rectangular selection. Draw a rectangle, and if I do this one that has the little red line through it like that, and I come up here to get the selection tool and move one apart, and now we do the stitch simulator, watch how nicely these edges finish. And of course, if it were something that was the other way and you were putting a monogram in here or a name or something, that'd be fine. But check that out. Do you see that? See how it has that nice line? And this side will also have a nice line. So that's what you want to remember to do. Anyway, I hope this helps. I hope that this answered both of your questions. And the rest of you will send in questions, and if I'm able, I'll try to answer them for you. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Also share this. I'm trying to get up to 70,000 subscribers. Anyway, don't forget to look at my stuff down below. I have links for you. I appreciate it when you use them. It motivates me to keep making videos for you guys. So thanks again. See you soon. Bye for now.